Hey guys, Mike here. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I went to see blink-182 live in Melbourne last night and it was the best night ever. I want to talk all about it in this video. Just so you know, I also do a podcast where I talked about some of my experience at the show last night. This is going to be a more in-depth review style thing about the show on the podcast, which I'd love for you to check out as well. It's called 20th Century Boy. It's on my channel or on any podcast app. Go check that out, but this will be a little bit more in-depth. So I've been counting down the days to this. I bought tickets back in November 2022, pretty much when the tour was announced, and it was announced that Tom was back. I loved One More Time, the album. Every song is amazing, and I'm so happy with the place that Blink is at the moment. I was watching a bunch of tour videos from the American tour and the Europe tour, and I just was getting so excited. Last night was the night. I was in VIP front standing, and I was pretty much right at the barrier in the middle. I was in the perfect spot, you know, full 1080p 4K vision of Mark, Tom, and Travis pretty much, which is awesome. I have seen Blink live once before, back in 2013 when they were in Melbourne, just after Neighborhoods was released, although Travis Barker didn't come. It was Brooks Wackerman, and that was great, but this was infinitely better on literally every level.
I love you, Tom!
So the first thing I'll say, because I've seen a few people across the internet asking about it, is I had VIP tickets, and that obviously includes early merch access, early floor entrance, and everything like that. But what I did notice at Rod Laver was, as soon as I got to Rod Laver Arena, there was a stall outside that was already open selling merch. So I just got this t-shirt from there. There's a bunch of t-shirts, socks, posters, and a bunch of other stuff like bracelets. That's all there, so I just picked some up there, and then I went to line up at the VIP entrance, met a bunch of cool people there. Thanks for hanging out and chatting. The doors opened at 5:30, so we got to go in there, and then we had to line up on the inside for a while before they opened the actual doors to Rod Laver, probably at around 6. And yeah, I got a really good spot, like I said, right at the front, which was absolutely awesome. The first cool thing that happened was probably at around 7, Mark actually came out onto the stage and threw some Rise Against pics into the audience, which was awesome. And then he walked back off, and then Rise Against came out at 7:30, put on a fantastic show. Blink-182 came out at 8:45 around, and it was just incredible to see Tom, Mark, and Travis on stage together for the first time in my life. It was just simply like, at points I actually had to stop and take everything in because I was in awe of what I was seeing. And the energy, the enthusiasm, and the fun that these guys are having on stage together is infectious, and it's so much stronger than I remember it being back in 2013, and it really does feel like the band is in a pretty good place, which I'm really happy to see as well. So, of course, they start with Anthem Part 2, and it was just an epic start. And I think in Melbourne, I was really happy to see everyone in the bleachers and in the seated section was standing and seemed to be singing along, and pretty much everyone was singing along and just having an incredible time. So Anthem Part 2 jumped into the rock show, which was again a really good Here's what I noticed the most is, like, Mark is Mark. Like, he's still just this like bouncy, jumping up and down punk rock guy, super cool on stage, just really fun, a little bit geeky, like in a really fun way, and I loved watching him. Tom, I haven't seen any Angels and Airwave shows. I've only seen Tom once live in 2013, where I could barely see him because I was so far back. Tom is just so alive on stage. He plays with this like fluidity, and like he moves his body with the music in a way that like I've seen him do it like in videos, but seeing it live is just like how fluid and I don't know how cool it is. He just looks so cool playing. I know that sounds so lame, but just the way he moves his body and he like dances and vibes with the music while he's playing is epic, right? And here's the thing about Travis, and I know this sounds blatantly obvious, so don't burn me for this, but fuck, Travis is such a good drummer. And I think I only realized it really truly seeing him up close. Like all the stuff he's doing, but like the little kind of like, he's like spinning drumsticks in his fingers in between like beats and like, it's just unbelievable watching this man drum. And at points I didn't even know where to watch because I wanted to watch Tom, I wanted to watch Mark, and I wanted to watch Travis. There was so much showmanship and charisma and charm and everything. It was beautiful. It was just so beautiful to me as a fan to see these guys doing their thing. And again, you don't know where to watch. Like you want to watch Tom, you want to watch Mark, you want to watch Travis, and it's just amazing. At one point, Mark puts a blanket over Travis's face while he's playing. I think it was during Violence. I can't quite remember. And Travis just keeps playing, right? Amazing. Then they play Family Reunion and Man Overboard. Crowd just goes wild, gets really into it. Into Feeling This, Violence, and then Up All Night, which was again a really good trilogy.
I'm feeling this. I'm feeling it not too loud. I'm feeling this. Show me the pain too far. I'm feeling this. Show me the bathroom mirror. I'm feeling this. Take me the way too slow. I'm feeling this. Take me away from here.
Only one song from Neighborhoods, which I get, but I would have loved to have heard After Midnight as well, because that is such a beautiful song and it's like top 10 Blink for me.
And all these demons, they keep me up all night.
Most of the tracks that they played were Enema, Takeoff, Untitled, and then probably One More Time. Only Damn It appears from the Dude Ranch era, unless you're counting Family Reunion in that era, but I don't think there are any other songs. They don't even play Carousel, which like they played in 2013. They're not playing that anymore. But then they play a bunch of new stuff. After they played Dyson Terry, Gary, and Dumpweed. One thing I thought was really funny was they actually mention how those songs haven't aged well lyrically, which I totally agree with, and they acknowledge that. And the other thing is Mark and Tom are having so much fun between songs. You know, sometimes they just go straight into another song where it feels natural, but other times they kind of stop down, have a laugh, make your mum jokes, and just talk shit to each other, which is really fun to see. They do feel like they are getting along really well. They play More Than You Know, Edging, and Dance With Me, all of which go off. Edging probably goes the hardest from what I could tell. Like most people seem to know Edging. Maybe people didn't know the other two as much. Then Tom does a big speech on aliens. He's wearing his To the Stars shirt, and then they play Aliens Exist, which people really, really love as well. And that goes into Happy Holidays, which Mark actually plays facing Travis. Like you can only see his back, and they play it really fast. And then they play Fuckface, Shut Up, You Talk Too Much from One More Time, which Travis sings. And that was actually really fun live. I really got around that. When I saw that it was on the set list, I was like, oh yeah, okay. But it really went hard live, and it's cool seeing Travis have a little bit more to do as well. Stay Together for the Kids, and then Anthem Part 3, which went off. I was right at the front. It felt like everyone knew that song and was singing it back to Mark, and I think that song is like a pinnacle Blink song. That might also be in my top 10 of all time, and I just thought it was incredible. And then they go into Down and then Bored to Death. And here's what I want to say about Bored to Death, because of course when Tom came back, I think a few people were like, oh, I wonder if they'll play any songs from California and 9. And then they started doing live shows, and for a while they were playing Cynical and Bored to Death, both of which were great, and Tom sounded great on that. And I think everyone deep down was kind of like, I wonder what Tom would sound like on those songs. Even though Skiba did such a great job on them, I always wanted to hear Tom sing them. And what I want to say about Bored to Death, because this might have been a highlight to me, and I'm a big fan of this era of Blink, by the way. I know a lot of people are kind of mixed on it, but I'm a big fan of the era of Blink that was Skiba, right? Tom completely owns Bored to Death. He could easily phone it in and be like, oh, I didn't write this one, I'm not involved with this one, so I'll just play it. He gets around it, and particularly during the bridge with the whoa-ohs, he gets around it and is going to like every corner of the stage, to every side of the audience, trying to get them involved and doing the whoa-oh bit. And it's amazing, and I am so like grateful to see it. I love that song. I thought Tom was amazing on it, and just like the spirit that he brought to it, I thought was amazing. So I was so happy, and Mark even makes a joke about, this is a great song that Tom wasn't involved in, and like, yeah, just a lot of banter. The other thing about the show is like all these stage effects and the pyro and the lighting is incredible, and all of the graphics behind the guys that you see, like, I'd love to see those somewhere, because like they were all just really cool art designs and animations and stuff, and sometimes I think like you take for granted how much that adds to the show, but it was all really well suited to the songs, really well suited, very humorous, and it really made a lot of difference having that. And I was just trying to take everything in, and you know, I think I did, but it was a lot. There was a lot of emotion and adrenaline running through me. After Bored to Death, they play I Miss You, and of course everyone gets around the Where Are You bit, everyone gets around the chorus, and that, I think I Miss You was possibly one of the best songs live. Like I just really enjoyed hearing them.
All right, Melbourne. I cannot sleep, cannot dream tonight. I need somebody that always. The sick, strange darkness creeping on so hot every time. You never feel like drowning. Running small spiders, catching things and eating your inside. Like indecision call you. I hear your voice.
They took out Always from the set list, which I thought was weird because they kept Violence in. I love Violence, but Violence wasn't a single. Always was. So I'm just surprised that they took they took Always out. But they replaced it, I think, with Anthem Part 3 and Turpentine. I thought Turpentine was so good live. It just, they make a few changes to the actual song to make sure some of the beats can be hit. Like the power gets cut at the end of the opening bit, and then they come back in with the loud guitar, and Tom singing it was great. Mark does the backup vocals for it, which is incredible. Just so much fun. It's such a fun song, and people seem to get really around the new stuff. I think more so than I'd seen at previous shows. And then after Turpentine, they actually played a little bit of it again, and Tom made a comment of like, oh, this is a new song, like, and everything like that. And then they kind of start wrapping it up with a big four of What's My Age Again, First Date, All the Small Things, and Damn It, which was just, again, amazing. And they do the Blitzkrieg Bop intro into First Date. Sorry, my thoughts are very scattered because I'm just trying to remember everything. But yeah, it was just, that final four was amazing. Damn It was incredible. All the Small Things like just go so hard, and that was definitely one that like everyone was getting around. And again, I think I already said it, but like I noticed all of the seated section was standing for most of the show, and they were really good at interacting with the crowd over there. Damn It Ends, they go off and they come back for the encore of One More Time, which was really, really beautiful.
I miss you. It took time, but I admit it. It still hurts even after all these years.
Such an incredible song, such a beautiful song. And then they come back in and they come back in and play it, and then they all kind of bow together. So close to them. A few of the times, a few times, probably 1 or 2 times, Mark actually made eye contact with me, which was incredible. And yeah, overall, like, it was a brilliant night. I have never heard Blink sound this good live. The energy was great. They feel really youthful. I know they both Mark and Tom in particular seem very fit at the moment. Tom in particular, like I feel like, you know, he's lost a lot of weight. He's clearly fit. Mark's very thin, obviously, like after the cancer treatment, but they were both just having a blast on stage, and I just loved watching it. Like, if you're going to any of the Australia or New Zealand shows, or I think they're in South America after that, have a blast. Like, this was the best live show I've ever been to in my life. I'm definitely biased, but you know, I saw Paul McCartney recently, I saw Paramore, all incredible shows, incredible bands and incredible shows. And like, I saw Offspring, Sum 41 recently, again, same thing, but this one was the show. I genuinely don't know if I'll ever have an experience like that again. And after the show, I was just buzzing. So much adrenaline and yeah, just so much everything happening. And yeah, I just want to thank Blink for doing this, for making this record, for touring. It's been unbelievable, and I'm so glad they're back. And yeah, I think I'll leave it there. Like, please comment if you were there. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your feelings. Let me know your highlights, lowlights, whatever. Subscribe to my channel. I do a bunch of pop culture content, but every time there's Blink news, I talk about blink-182. So you could definitely be sure there will be blink-182 stuff happening on this channel. But yeah, my throat's really sore from last night, and my legs are really sore from standing up for so long. So I'm going to have a bit of a rest now. But thank you so much for watching. I'm Radio Mike. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in another video. See ya.